The Fargo Police Department has seen a rise in reports about counterfeit money. And here to tell us about how we can spot some bogus bills, Fargo's Public Information Officer, Jessica Schindeldecker. Happy Friday, Jess. How's it going?
Happy Friday. We made it.
I know. Yeah, and we both know it's been a busy week for a lot of people around here. But Jess, we're talking about fake bills today. Give us a little background on where these bills are being used most often.
Sure. So where we're seeing the counterfeit bills showing up is going to be in businesses, which ultimately affects them in the long term. So it's really important, especially if you work in those areas where you're accepting money, currency, to know what you're looking for. And it's important, especially as those small business owners, to make sure your employees are, one, checking for them, and two, they know what they're looking for. The United States currency website has a really great cheat sheets for you to put by the registers and to help with training your employees, but we can go over a few of those things to look for too today.
Yeah, let's go over them. What should people be looking out for?
All right. Well, the number one telltale sign that something is not real, like not something, but currency is not real, is if it says for motion picture use only. So that means that they were printed just for as a prop, right? But people are passing these bills, and this is a common thing we see in the Fargo area. So make sure that, especially with those $100 bills, take a look and see if it's printed anywhere on there for motion picture use only. If so, clearly do not accept that money. Hold on to that if you can, and if you're sneaky enough, try to keep those persons with you in the store until we can get there. If not, let us know their last known direction of travel, what they're wearing, just like you would with any other type of crime.
And so what should we... Oh, sorry, you can keep going.
I was just going to say some other things that we can help or take a look for, because our U.S. currency has security features built in place. And each bill, the $5 currency note and above, they all have ribbons in them with the actual number printed in them. And they're all located in different areas of the bill. So that's another thing to know where they're located and that they're actually saying what they are. Because sometimes people are washing bills and reprinting them as higher denominations. So you might have a real, like a $5 bill, but it's being reprinted as a $100 bill. So know where you're going to go. Tilt the note, because you're going to see color changing ink on them as well. Feel the paper, because you're going to notice that there's a different texture to them and that they should have a little bit of roughness. Also, our currency has little red and blue threads in them. So you should be able to see those speckled threads throughout the note. You'll also notice that there's micro printing in them. So those are features $5 and above. So you'll see the United States of America, USA, and other things in there as well. You'll also notice raised printing on them. So you should be able to feel that when you rub your fingers across the note. And another thing you can do is check with a UV light. I've seen this at several places throughout our community when they're checking, especially $100 bills. So they're looking to make sure that they can see that security thread in the note and that it actually says it is what it is. So that denomination, if it's a $50 bill, that thread will say 50 on it. And if it says anything other, then that would be a red flag that would be a counterfeit bill.
And yeah, we could talk about more things to look out for a long time, but we're running out of time. So if you get these bills, as you mentioned earlier, call Fargo Police. Jessica Schindeldecker with the Police Department, thanks for joining us today.
Your weekend.
Coming up here on North Dakota Today, we'll have your daily dose of motivation. Don't forget Brian Sherrod, he's in with a check of what you can expect coming up on your news at noon.